Hello and welcome to Road Odyssey. Hey there, how are y'all doing? Hope you're doing great. Please subscribe down below. Thank you very much. And this video is a very simple, rudimentary, step-by-step iteration of the National Corvette Museum's Bash on the day of April 22nd. And so I thought that I would go through this hour-long video that was posted by the National Corvette Museum, of which I'll have some links down below, and just glean out of it the things that at least I'm interested in, and I think that you might like as well. And as I learned from my last C8 Corvette video, I gotta tell you, I'm only stating what other people say. All right, I may give a little bit of opinion, but everything that's in this video is strictly from the mouths of those from the bash. So don't bash me. Well, you can if you want to. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into each of these points that I'm interested in and that I think would compact and fit into this video. So here we go.
As you may already know, the National Corvette Museum Bash is an event that has occurred from this April 22nd to the 24th. Before I really get started, let me just relate a quote from Corv Sport. On their article just a couple of days ago, they said, "This year the museum will include introductions to next year's models and might even include our first official sneak peek at the 2022 mid-engine Z06 Corvette, something I am very curious about myself." Now, on April 23rd, that was the session with Taj and Harlan that they gave their Corvette update, of which I do not have any information from that yet. Meanwhile, the April 22nd session with Kai Spande was a very good Bowling Green assembly plant update. Here we go with all the different pieces of information I have. Kai Spande had a lot to say in this meeting, beginning with the fact that the Bowling Green assembly plant opened June 1st, 1981. So expect a 40th anniversary coming up this summer. He had this cool slide having a 1981 Corvette versus the 2021 Corvette. And I'll give you a second to look at this. From there, he moved on saying, "It has been tough working at the Bowling Green assembly plant for the last year." So he explained that it was very hard to make the Corvette. It is complex. There's 1,400 employees, 2 shifts, and by the way, they will not have a third shift. There's 1,500 parts, and if any one of these parts is messed up, unavailable, whatever, it could theoretically shut down the plant. Next, he went over the right-hand drive cars, which he kind of said was a bit of a burden. The factory, slows down its production to make these, but they do make them in batches each week. And he just said there were tons of different parts and labels, special checklists and procedures. So there is a lot involved in trying to get the right-hand drive cars produced, especially while trying to make what we consider, the left-hand drive, to us, the normal cars. So these right-hand drive cars are first going to Japan, and then to places like Australia, New Zealand, and then the UK. He quickly mentioned there should be 30 new EVs by 2025, and he jumped directly into the electrification investments. Factory Zero, where some of the first cars will be made, Orion, a plant for the Chevy Bolt and Bolt EUV, The Ultium cell factories, there's a second one coming up, and the Spring Hill Complex, which is where the Cadillac Lyriq will be made. Now, this is a picture of the Bolt EUV on the top left and bottom right, and then the Cadillac Lyriq and the Hummer EV that he called a super truck. Now, also is the Hummer EV SUV that he called a super SUV, and it is going to be a luxury and performance vehicle. It is supposedly already sold out for the first year of production. Got a couple of teasers here with the displays and the crab walk, which is super cool. Next, he just mentioned briefly that the Chevy Silverado will be the first regular electric production pickup truck. 400 miles on a full charge, and it's going to be built at the Factory Zero plant. Next was the questions and answers segment, which I will only give you the Corvette information, which is there's no information of the variants in this meeting. No information on when the 2022s will start in this meeting. No information on production schedules in this meeting. He did just mention and confirm there's 11.6 vets per hour that are being built, which still comes out to your 186 per day. Then he mentioned or answered a question about bottlenecks. And so he just told us what we already know. Yes, there are supply chain issues. Semiconductors are still a big issue right now, a possible quote-unquote threat, but no new information on that topic right now. Things are, here again, quote-unquote, stable at the moment. And he mentioned again the uniqueness of the car makes it difficult, especially with all the suppliers involved, and that there's not really much of any option for going to other vendors for virtually all the parts of the Corvette. Next was a quick hit and run award to Mike Furman for selling the most Corvettes, almost 5,000 units. And he mentioned also about another 8,000 other vehicles. So Mike Furman, #1 salesperson for Corvettes in the U.S. Next up was the mention of the 22 colors for the 2022 Corvette. And you probably already know the 3 new colors, so I won't waste your time on that. But Chuck Valentini went over the 3 new paint colors, and it was a nice little presentation. There were other topics mentioned in this meeting, such as there is no public and or news access to the plant still, and not sure when that is going to change. Renewable energy is at 100% use, maybe by 2030. For the Bowling Green plant, they have already got their solar energy started, so that is kicking in pretty good there. And then the 40th year anniversary of Bowling Green plant is coming this summer. And wouldn't that be a great time to reveal the new Z06 or other variant of the Corvette? I guess we'll have to see what happens.
All right, that'll do it for this video. I really enjoyed going through this 1-hour video from the National Corvette Museum's Bash on April the 22nd. So very informative, learned a few things there. So hope y'all enjoyed it. And anyway, relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye. Bye.